Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming a book review for the book In the Key of Nira Ghani by Natasha Deen. This is a book that I got from netgalley for free in exchange of an honest review. It is a young adult fiction contemporary novel and it was released on the 9th of April. First of all, the thing that dragged me into this book was the stunning cover. I think that the colors here just drags you in instantly and I can appreciate that. This is an own voices Guyanese story and it is about the Guyanese girl Nira who is trying to balance her life between her parents who are really old-fashioned. They immigrated from Guyana to Canada and they are really like school. It is your whole life, you have to study so you can become a doctor, and if you don't, you will end up in a gutter. But Nira, she wants to be a musician, so that really doesn't add up the puzzle piece. They are not that well off either, and she's going to a school where everyone is sort of well off, so she feels like a really big outsider, not wearing the right clothes, not looking like everyone else because she's basically the only brown girl there, and really just feeling like she's not fitting in at all. Her family has like this really complicated relationship with her uncle, like her dad's brother, because they are like super rich and they're like competing constantly who is the best of Nira and her cousin. She has a best friend named Emily who is by the way also plus sized and she's great, and then suddenly popular kids wants to hang out with them. One of them is the boy Noah and then a girl named Mac or Mackenzie, but I call her Mac. Suddenly her best friend is being shared with everyone else and she's like, what the heck? Then the Jasmine at the school is starting auditions and finally she feels like she can take a step to go in the direction she wants, but of course she needs her parents' permission. Will she get it? You'll see. As you can tell, the book juggles a lot of different things. It has a lot of different themes in it of, you know, fitting in, being different, looking different, feeling like you need to buy and have the certain amount of money and clothes to fit in, and also like juggling how your parents want your life to be. So the story basically just explores a lot of social and cultural struggles and I felt like it was all really well explored. Nira is such a teenager. I mean, her character is portrayed with so many different layers, I felt like, because there is this time in a novel where she wants $100 for these pairs of jeans and her mother is like, why would you do that? Why do you feel like you need these pairs of jeans to feel like you fit in? And if people can't accept you for who you are without these pair of jeans, then they are initially not good people and you shouldn't be friends with them. Of course she's correct, her mother is correct, but as a teenager you don't realize all this. It's so hard as a teenager to just like, you know they're right but you don't realize it at the time, and I felt like all that was portrayed so well because I was just sitting there, Nira, come on, like your family can afford it, but in a teacher's mind that's not obvious, and I felt like that was all just portrayed well. Like Nira has questionable thoughts but she always like, she learns a lot throughout the book. Like it's a coming of age story. I think like her teenager thoughts and how she acted was really well portrayed. As I said earlier, we get all these other thoughts added to the top because, you know, Nira is from an immigrant family, she is a brown girl, she just feels like it's much harder for her and it is much harder for people to accept her because of that. In general, I feel like contemporaries have a lot of similarities, at least like YA contemporaries, because there's always like the whole fitting in part and like, but you sort of never grow tired of it because everyone can remember being a teenager and feeling like you don't fit in, and then you realize that actually everyone feels like they don't fit in. Because Mac, as I said earlier, she's that person from Nira's point of view because Nira feels like Mac has everything, she's popular, and she says like sort of questionable and problematic things that Nira calls out every time, by the way. You feel like Mac is the bad guy and then later you find out that things aren't always as they seem and everyone struggles with different things. Not that there's an excuse to be an asshole, of course, but it's just you get a lot of perspectives in the story, and it's the same with her cousin Farah, which she in the beginning Ghani doesn't like at all, and then she learns other things about her and her family, and I love how you got all these different characters and how they were all fleshed out. So in that, I enjoyed the story a lot as well. But generally, our contemporary story is more about the characters than it is about the plot, even though we have this plot about her becoming a musician. And that was probably like my least favorite part. It's not like I didn't want Nira to succeed in her dreams and goals, I did, but it's always too hopeful for me, because it's always like they always get opportunities, and in real life it's not like that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't pursue your dreams, because me myself, I want an artistic career like that. Is not you get an education and then you have a job and you're secure. I don't even want that. So I always feel hopeful reading stories like that, but that's not reality. And I always like, when I want to be an artist or they want to draw or like something, you know, that is artistic, then they always like succeed or get opportunities, and I'm like, where does all these things come from? But it's okay. It's a book. It's fine. It can be hopeful. Generally, I just felt like the characters were the best part of the story, which I hope I came forward talking about. It was diverse and great. It had some twists and turns. The weakest part of the whole story is the ending. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it, but it was so weird because I expected it to happen, but how it happened was so off, and then it just ended. I was like, we could explore so much more here. The book could have been longer, or like it could have just dropped that part, or like it could not happen in that way, because it was so weird. Like the whole book had this really nice flow, and then we came to the end, and then the flow just sort of jagged up, and I was like, wait a moment here. But overall, I read this done 2 days ago, I believe, and in the beginning I didn't really know how much I enjoyed it. I was like, I enjoyed it, but did I like love it? I don't know, but I enjoyed it much more when I have spoken about it now than I thought I did. So it's definitely a book I would recommend, and it's a quite great contemporary. I would give it 3.5 to 4 stars. Ending is super odd, but if I look away from that, then the story was pretty great, and I got a lot of perspectives that I usually wouldn't have, and also like just generally relate to teenager and other issues in the story in general. Yay! That's my review for In the Key by Nira Ghani. Go and pick it up now, it's out. A nice read. Yeah, I just feel like the end could have had more resolution to it. Maybe a sequel will be coming. I would definitely be interested in more, and especially seeing 2 relationships that I can think of, not necessarily romantic ones by the way, develop more. Actually 3 relationships when I say that. I wanted more development in that department. So yeah. Well then, thank you for watching this video. You will see me soon in a new one. Bye!